Welcome to the Money Mindful podcast, where money mindset and life coach Meaghan Jean Smith, hey, that's me, teaches you how to transform your relationship to money and achieve your life goals so you can live a glorious, magnificent, delicious, awesome life and love being you. Hello, gorgeous, and welcome to another episode of the Money Mindful podcast. I'm your host, Meaghan Jean Smith. So good to have you here for the very last episode of 2022. Holy moly, what a year. Oh my gosh. I don't know about you, but I feel like this year has been epic. So much has happened. It's been so busy with, well, busy is the wrong word, full. It's been full. I wonder if that's been your experience too. So this episode is piggybacks off last week's episode. So if you haven't listened to last week's episode, go back and listen to that now. It's all on reflection and how to close out your year and how to reflect on the year that we have just had. And this episode is going to be all about setting your yearly intentions for next year. And this is a very broad overview of your yearly intentions. So when I work with my clients one-on-one, we dig really deep and we get into the minutiae of creating your goals. But this is a step back from that, if you will, where you're just looking at your overall intention for next year and how you want to be, how you want to show up, what kind of energy you want to bring to 2023, and what just really delights and inspires you. How do you want to spend your time in 2023? So this episode will be useful if you did this episode with a pen and paper and you took the time to sit down, as I'm going to guide you through 6 really powerful questions to set your intentions for 2023. So if you're listening to this in the car, maybe save this one for when you get home with a cup of tea, and I'll take you through how to set your intentions for next year. So let's get straight into it. So thinking about you now, okay, so you as a person, question 1 is, who do you want to be this year? And when I say this year, I mean 2023, okay, we're in the new year now, we're talking about that. I mean, I know we're in December, but yes, I'm saying it. Who do you want to be this year in 2023? And when I mean that, I mean, what do you want your focus to be, right? Like, do you want to be somebody who creates money in your business with ease? Do you want to be somebody who takes a lot of action? Do you want to be the person who really creates a peaceful relationship with money this year? Right? Like you want to be somebody who has a beautiful relationship with money. So this is very broad, like I said, but who do you want to be this year in 2023? Okay, that's your first question. Question number 2 is, how do you want to show up for yourself? Now, this is such a personal question, but so important with wherever you are at, you know, and like I just think of my clients in terms of how they all have such different focuses. Is that right? Or is it foci? Oh my gosh, I don't even know. But they're all focused on different aspects of themselves, right? Like some of my clients work crazy hard, and how they want to show up for themselves is to build in more space and expansion into their year. So they're not just work all the time, right? And that they have an identity outside of work. and that they have that space for themselves. Whereas other clients are the opposite, it's actually like really stepping up and getting into action and really focusing on being an action taker and making those moves to really get their goals moving forward. So can you see what I mean? That it's this question is very personal to you and where you're at, but how do you want to show up for yourself this year in 2023? So if I give the example of what I was talking about in last week's episode, one of the things, again, it's a lesson that I seem to be taking a while to learn is, not making my health a top priority. That often gets pushed to the side. And so for me, how I want to show up for myself is really taking my health and well-being to that next level, right? Like really being an amazing custodian of my body, right? And it's funny talking about this kind of thing. I know that it doesn't sound like it's related to money at all or money goals, but in actual fact, like looking after yourself is the foundation to making money, because you can make money by burning out and working yourself into the ground. But why would you want to do that, right? And that's one of my biggest challenges is being in that space. Like I can get into it, but it's maintaining it for myself, staying in that flow of the balance of working, doing the work that's required to create the results, like the financial results that I want, but doing it in a way that where I'm showing up for my physical body and my physical well-being. So that's question 2. How do you want to show up for yourself? Now we're switching gears a little bit and we're thinking about your goals, right? So you might not have thought about what your actual big goals are for next year, and that's okay, but there's this question 3 might help you with that. So what feels soul nourishingly amazing to create this year? What do you want to do this year that's just going to feel amazing, right? Like what goal might you concentrate on, right? That's question number 3. And then question number 4 is what energy or feelings do you want to bring to this goal, right? So like I said before, again, this is going to be really personal to you at wherever you're at in your life right now. Now, you might not be able to answer this question instantly, and it's very much connected to question 3. So question 3 can just be a total brainstorm, right? Like what feels soul nourishingly amazing to create this year. Now, by whatever answers that you write in question 3, you're not locked in, you're not signing a contract, right? You can just brainstorm what feels really amazing for you to create. And then when you're answering question 4, what energy or feelings do you want to bring to this goal? You might want to just take some time to sit still and put your feet on the ground. I would even suggest having bare feet, being really grounded, and you might just want to put your hand on your solar plexus, your tummy, and just close your eyes and just take a few deep breaths and just tune in to all those beautiful soul nourishing things that you want to create in 2023, and then tune into the energy that you want to create them from. So it could be an energy of courageous, like bold, courageous energy, right? Like maybe you're going for some epic freaking goals this year, right? And your body, like the energy that you want to bring to that is bold, ambitious, brave, epic, right? Like those big feelings. Or maybe it's something completely different. Like maybe it's fun, right? Like maybe the energy that you want to bring to the goals that you want to create this year is fun or play, right? Or it could be something completely different. Like maybe the energy that you're really craving and the feelings that you want to bring to your goals this year are commitment, determination, right? Like maybe there's a bit of like discipline, right? Like this could be the energy that you want to come from. There's no right or wrong here, but it's just tuning in for you, what feels right for you, and then just getting clear on that. So then we move into the last two questions, which I think are super powerful when you're setting your intention for the year. And that is, as you step into being the woman who creates this goal or these goals, these soul nourishingly amazing, beautiful things that you want to do, what do you need to let go of? Right? And I'll give you an example from the one that I've been using this week and last week about me and working at the expense of my health. What I need to let go of is business emergencies, right? Like as in, I just want to get this done now, like one more thing. That I need to let go of that to make space for me and my body and my well-being, right? Because there's always one more thing to do. There's always something else to do. And that urgency, that desire to get things done quickly, although on the one hand, that's an incredibly helpful, powerful tool, I guess, I have in my back pocket. I'm incredibly determined and driven, but the harmful behavior is that it's okay. Like there's no rush, there'll be more time and space tomorrow to keep working on what I need to do, right? So that's definitely something that I will need to let go of in 2023 in order to really be looking after myself. And then the final question is, in pursuit of creating your goal this year, be committed to having your own back, right? And so question 6 is, what does that look like for you? If you are a person who has their own back, if you are committed to having your own back, what does that look like for you? Because again, it's different for the individual. So I want you to think about that. And if you need an access point to get into it, sometimes when we're doing things for ourselves, our own commitments, we sometimes treat ourselves in a manner that we wouldn't treat our friends, right? Like if a friend skipped a gym workout, for example, or didn't put that extra savings away that particular month that they wanted to, we wouldn't be beating them up for it. We wouldn't be saying, oh, you idiot, you loser, why didn't you do that? Of course we wouldn't be doing that, right? So if you wouldn't do it to your own best friend, don't do it to yourself. So I want you to really think about how you can be your own best friend in pursuing what you want to pursue, your goals in 2023, and what might that look like? And there's no right or wrong answer, friend, right? Like just brainstorm. What does that look like to you? Like being committed to having your own back, does that look like getting to bed by, 10 p.m. every night or 11 p.m. or 9 p.m. or whatever it is for you, right? Is that part of your commitment to having your own back? Like giving yourself the rest that you need? Does that mean that you will never do work on your business on a Sunday? Or does that mean having your own back means that you're totally loose about that and you'll work when you're in the flow? Like again, there's no right or wrong, but what does that look like to you when you are committed to having your own back and you show up as such? Okay, so in summary, I'm just going to take you through those 6 questions again. First of all, when you're setting your intentions for 2023, start with thinking about yourself, thinking about you. There's 2 questions. So one is, what do you want to be this year? Sorry, not what do you want to be. Who do you want to be this year? And then question 2 is, how do you want to show up for yourself? Okay. And then when you've answered those, move into thinking about your goals. And question 3 is, what feels soul nourishingly amazing to create this year? And question 4 is, what energy or feelings do you want to bring to the goal? Okay. And then to wrap up, think about, as you step into being the woman who creates these goals, these beautiful goals of yours, what do you need to let go of? Right? What are you currently doing? What current behaviors or current thoughts or feelings do you need to let go of to move into that woman who creates those beautiful goals that you want to create this year? And then finally, in pursuit of creating your goals this year, be committed to having your own back. So what does that look like for you? Right? Okay, that is all I have for you this year in 2022. Before I leave you, can I say thank you for being a regular listener? I love you. I'm so glad that you are here with me every week. It is my absolute pleasure to help you and provide you with content that supports you to create the money and life goals that you want. I really want you to be able to have the life that you desire and the life that you deserve. And that life is available to you. Sometimes we just need some support and some tools in our back pocket to be able to create those beautiful goals of yours that you have, right? Like the goals to live the life that you want to have, whether it's transitioning out of your corporate job into running your own business, or whether it's getting to that next level in your business and making more money, or even if it's just, like creating a relationship with money that you want, not being stressed about money, not feeling overwhelmed or out of control with money, like being empowered around it and feeling at peace. I really want that for you. And this is why I show up here every week, so I can help you create that in your life. All right, so just housekeeping. I'm going to be away for the next 2 weeks. There'll be a little holiday break for the Money Mindful podcast. I'll be back again in the second week of January, back in your ears. And if you are wanting to work with me in the new year, I don't have no availability at the moment for you to work with me one-on-one. I won't be opening up more new spots until February. But if you would like to work with me in February, please go ahead and book a consultation through my website. My specialty is supporting you to create the money and life that you want. And when you work with me, that will happen. You will do that. You will feel amazing. You will feel happier. You will reach your goals. You will earn more money. You will do all those things that are in your head right now that you want to get out of your head and into real life. So book a consultation. That's the only way, that access point that you can work with me at this stage, because we'll meet. We'll find out if we're a great fit. You can do that through my website. There'll be a link in the show notes. But until I get in your ears again in the new year, oh my gosh, have an absolutely beautiful Christmas if you celebrate Christmas, and have a wonderful time over the holiday break. I hope that you get lots of rest and beautiful time with your family and everything that you need. Thank you for letting me in your ears this year. It's an absolute pleasure. So until you hear from me again in a couple of weeks, have an amazing holiday break. Bye-bye. Thanks for listening to the Money Mindful podcast. For future episodes, be sure to subscribe. Ready to take the next steps? Creating your money and life goals can be super challenging if you don't have a process to follow. Get my free course that will help you get unstuck, clarify your goals, and get you going. For more info, go to meaghanjsmith.au.